How's it, guys? Welcome back to the channel. To those of you that's subscribed lately and that's interacted with us, we thank you. Today we're going to show you, or we're going to go through basically the suspension on the E28 M5s, right? So this is number 149 that we done the documentary on. So we started the M5 E28 documentary on number 49, and we're going to carry on further, we're going to carry on with it as well. But on number 49, while I was driving the vehicle, I think I mentioned in the video that there's something coming up from the suspension in the front, whether it's the left hand side or the right hand side. I couldn't distinguish that, but something just didn't feel right on it. So the car had a power steering leak, and you know these guys got steering boxes on them and not steering racks, so they are ZF units. Anyway, this year, she had the power steering leak on it, right? So our initial plan was first just to do a steering box recondition, of which we don't do that here. We outsource that. However, we did dress everything up for them, so they would strip it up, bring the parts back to us, we dress it up, send it back to them, and then they assemble it. So we had that done. Anyway, the easiest way to change a steering box out is not the conventional way, like on the E30s, for example, where you can just lift the motor up a little bit, slide the rack forward. These don't use racks; they use a steering box. So the exhaust manifold or the exhaust branch sits in the way, and it's actually a very tricky area. So you can get to the nuts and bolts to loosen it, but to maneuver it out of there is a mission. So anyway, what we've done is we've opted to strip the complete front suspension out. So we've got the engine and gearbox still in place. That's hoisted basically by our engine mount, and you can see here that basically the suspension is out. So when we took the suspension out, we found quite a few things on it. So your control arms, your upper control arms, your bushes were shot on there. The lower control arms had some sort of play on it. They weren't too bad, but we chose to change it. The tie rod ends has got inners and outers. All the inners and outers are gone, so they've got a lot of play on it. And then the common part to have play is the drag link. So we've managed to source all the suspension butts for the vehicle, and we chose to rather replace it. So we're not going to restore this car as such. We're not restoring any parts on it. I'm not going to go too in depth in it, but we're going to make everything look as decent as possible, and obviously have a new setup in front. The other issue that we picked up also was it's the right hand side or the left hand side. I can't remember which spring it was, but the spring actually collapsed. So you'll see it's still in the strut, but there's actually play on the spring. So there is nothing available for these cars here, springs wise. Shocks, there is shocks available. There's Bolstein shocks. There's Bolstein shocks available, but no springs. So what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna see what I can do with it. If I can have it re-strengthened, stretched, but I don't have that solution as yet. I need to find it still. We're going to see what we're going to do with regards to the springs, but for the rest of the mechanical suspension, we're going to change that out. So we're going to go through that now in a minute. I've left everything in place, so we'll strip it up together. The new parts have arrived already. We'll start assembling that, and then the only thing that we're going to be left with is basically the spring. So stay tuned to the channel. I hope you guys to the episode. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the episode, and like I say, always interact with me. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I've done something wrong, which we're all here to learn. Maybe there's a different way of doing it. Let me know, and I hope you guys learn something from it as well. Okay guys, so we've put the suspension up basically on the bench here. Like I've said, we've stripped it out completely, right? So the few issues we found is, you can see the joints on this side here, they got too much of play on them. The rubbers on the control arm, this is the upper control arm. The rubbers on here are actually broken out here. So both sides, the rubbers are broken on this side here and on this side here, as well as a lot of play on here. Then these guys use inners and outers, tie rod ends. They've also got a lot of play on them, so we've opted to swap them out. But we've opened up our parts now, and I'll go through that now with you, and we've seen that they supplied us one tie rod arm short, so I've got to wait for that. This is the drag link that is a common issue on the E28. So some of the E12/8s, that's the facelift E12, the E28s, some of the 6 series, the E24s and E24s, the E23s share with the E12 straight. the E12 pre-facelift. They have a common tendency to have play on the steering, right? So when you're driving, you'll find that you'll be able to do this here with the steering without the wheels moving. That issue normally comes in from this link here. This link is the first to give you issues on, and then afterwards you've got issues on your tie rod ends. So we are replacing tie rod ends, inners and outers, both sides. We're replacing the drag link on here. The issue on the E28 is that the stabilizer bushes are not available. So we're trying to make up and see what we can find, and we don't want to use Teflon because it's gonna make the car, it's gonna stuff this car out too much. The other thing that I need to also try and get for the car is the stabilizer drop links. These here are wrong on the vehicle. You can see that we've seen that when the vehicle is up straight, the drop links are stressed already. So there is no treble on them, right? Which will cause a knocking noise as well. So I'm going to take you over to the other side. Oh, and here's the steering boxes. So normally on the E30, E36, E46, you'd find a steering rack on it, which is normally mounted in the front. I've showed you guys before. On the E12s, E28s, E24s, E23s, they come out with steering boxes. So it's a ZF unit. Parts are but tricky for them. ZF doesn't manufacture parts for them anymore. ZF does nothing for them anymore. But there are seal kits available for them. And this here can be reconditioned. Like I said, I don't do it in-house. I send it out. I'm going to take you over to the other side quickly. Before I go there, here's the shock the spring. So it's an H&R spring. It's an aftermarket spring on the car, right? Because if you saw, the car's got the special wheels made up for it. But the spring is supposed to sit tight in your strut. This here, it looks as if the spring has collapsed. So the shock looks fine, it's not leaking. The shock looks fine. The mountings, we are going to replace them. I've got new ones here. But the spring, I need to see what we can do here. So I need to try and match these springs up to something. Let me go to the other side. I'm going to show you the new equipment that's come in. And then what we're going to do is, I'm going to take you through the strip down of it. And then we'll do a build up of it as well. Okay, so here's the new parts that came in. These are your upper control arms. These are our uppers here, right? So if you look at the play here, this is how tight they're supposed to be as to that one that's on the car, that's loose. So your control arms will come with the ball joint pressed in, or the joint pressed into it already, and then they provide you with a eye-lock nuts. These are the rubbers that's on them currently, and you can see they're all intact compared to the ones that's on the vehicle. So that will also cause a knocking noise. It will also cause play on it. This here is the drag link that's applied. I'm actually excited to feel how this car feels afterwards. Then the lower control arms, the only aftermarket ones available now are in aluminium form. So we got the aluminium ones in, and then here's the tail end that is supplied. So these can be adjusted. This is where you adjust your what's it? Not your caster. Or this is where you adjust your alignment basically. So we're short of one of these guys here. Then you got your main drive link bush. This bush fits in on this side here, right? We're gonna replace that as well. So they have got rubber on the inside, and these here like the way up as well. And then we've got shock mounts here. We've got your shock mounts here. We need a manual to open this box. So new shock mounts. Remember, these are all aftermarket, and the car is over 30 years old. So we've got new shock mounts here that will be put on as well. Again, the only issue and my only stress that I'm having is the spring. Before I finish up with you guys, here's the Recon steering box with the drive link. The nuts and lock plate is all done with it as well already. So what we're going to do is, we're not touching bearings on the car, we're not touching calipers or anything of the sort. We're not going to get into a restoration level here. We are just going to basically clean up and replace. So the bearings are going to stay in place, the discs will stay in place, they look like aftermarket units. The calipers are going to stay in place, the struts will stay in place, but then we'll start removing everything over there. Right, so we'll go through that process. We'll start assembling whatever we have so far, and then we'll just wait till the end for our for the rest of the parts to come. But what I will do is I'll upload the video so long, and then I'll just do a part 2 of the rest of the stuff that comes, and then of it going back into the car. Okay guys, so that was the strip down quickly. That was Elton in the video. While I was busy plating, he came and he stripped down. So anyway, the part 2 will be of us putting the new items back. Our supplier, awesome supplier, they made a mess up where they never sent the one item, or that was the tire ends. They're gonna send it through tomorrow. And then I just need to see what I'm gonna do with the springs. I don't know what I'm gonna do here, so that's gonna be this is gonna be our hold up. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna start assembling tomorrow, but I'm gonna put the first video up tonight. And let's see how I'm actually very eager to feel how this car feels once the suspension is now complete and intact. Anyway guys, thanks for this. Like, subscribe and share our channel. Interact with us, let us know what you think. And the test drive, let's look forward to the test drive. Cheers guys.